that I invested in was just at Y Combinator, and they have, a lot of essentially these studies and research to tell you what you should be very careful about and where things fail. Funnily enough, the 60% of the companies that fail because of the team dynamics and the team not fitting together. So I think Katarina, high regards for funding something with your wife or husband. I'm not sure if I could do that, but I think my single biggest advice is that you should build a team around you that one can serve for the need. So you need to have the ability to deliver end to end in the team that you create. But two, you obviously need to share the same values and incentives as a team and have an eye-on-eye conversation, not only from a argumentative perspective, but as well as from a shareholder and cap table perspective. But I think if you have both of that, that's the first starting point. And at least as we know from a lot of the tech accelerators, at least discounted a little bit the single biggest point of failure that you have.
Fully agree. Team. And then I think basically the message that I'm trying to drive the whole session today is iterate really small. Don't spend a lot of money. I see a lot of teams trying to build a software product or something else, spending a lot of money without having the market validation. And then afterwards, you've burned through all your cash. You've got no product that works. What now? Right? I think this is one of the next issues that come after the team, is that you're trying to do too much too early. Really try to focus on small iterations, small things, and prove the value as you go as quickly as possible. But yeah, Dennis is fully right. Team comes first.
Well, in prototyping, I think I was like in foods, the data behind it, to gather the data is a little bit complex if you go actually to mothers and babies. And so I would, like, with very, very cheap methods, but still I would set up way more professionally with much more like questionnaires, because in the beginning I was just going to moms and they were telling me their opinions, and then at the end I just had a bunch of opinions. So I would still go very, very methodically to it and try to gather as much data on paper as possible. And I still think today, when I have my advisees, I see the exact same mistakes that I did in the past, that they just go and they just gather opinions. And I think those kinds of opinions, especially in foods, are hard to validate. So I would try to have a cheap but very professional setup that gathers as much data as possible, that at the end you can recognize, are you at the in food needed 60% validation, yes or no? So don't be lazy on gathering data professionally.